Yo, one more time, welcome back to the mix table. We're sitting down today with Deonté, the wave maker himself. He's gonna be here mixing it up. I'm gonna be mixing it up. Tyrone, are you ready? How you feeling?
Feeling too spooky. Matter of fact, I'm feeling goofy. But I had to put it on the reel like I was making a movie. Really too quick. As I come in to go spit. They can tell by how I do it, this is real shit. I fuck up the beat, coming in, can't compete. But I just put it down, lay it down like they was all asleep.
Snore.
Way too quick. I'm ready to rip. Throwing no pics, you could call me Vic, cause I'm going out of pockets like I was going down to town. And I gotta go around the thing, cause I need me a touchdown.
Score.
Came to do it. Spit it way too stupid. Came from the heart, you would think I was with Cupid. But I do this straight off the top. Killing the game, I don't work for the cops. Cleaning it up and I didn't need a mop. But I don't know to stop. Passing the stein, I need me a fine. I think of a line, I make sure it could rhyme.
Hey, it's time for my move.
Hey,
it's time to go spit. Say had to go spit, had to go in, had to go feel on the boot. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. That's how I do it. Riding around. All over town. Hey, go to the left. Then I'm gonna turn it around. Hey, bringing it back. Hey, busting it back. Hey, running it back. One more time, I get to the sack. Hey.
Okay. Okay. Woo! Any chair I sit in is a throne. That's how I do it, cause I'm just on my own. I've had to do this shit 100 times, maybe 1,000. That's how I do it. Just get it back like I'm packing up these fucking stacks. Man, don't even come at me with this shit, bro. It's just be fucking whack. I'm just coming up with shit. I don't even know what the fuck that I'm saying. I'm just saying that I just want to do some blah blah blah. Shit, I lost the beat. Either way, I'm gonna get it back. If I just talk real quick, maybe that'll tap. That's how we do it, nigga. You know, we gotta go ahead for the sack, cause I mean, shit, I'm just really out here trying to keep it laughy. I'm just out here, man, just going, shaking on my Laffy Taffy, cause I gotta get my hunger fed, satiated. That's how we do it. Just like I've been graduated, All right, I'm done. Appreciate it.
Love it. Love it. Love it. How is it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tyrone McClendon, but today you can call me Shadows. And we are here with another episode of The Mix Table. Across from me is my co-host, my producer, my best friend, Mr. Young Seppi himself, Mr. Joseph Middledorf.
What's up? Thank you to all of the beautiful people out there once again joining us here on The Mix Table. I say it every single episode, and it's always true. We got a good one for you.
Hi, Mom.
And as you can see right here in the middle, we have our special guest here for today. Some of you may know him as the Wave Maker. Some of you may know him as his previous monikers, as JT or whatever you want to call him. But today we are here with Mr. Deonté Bell.
What's good? Pleasure to be here. It is truly a joy. I was happy as fuck when this man was just like, "Hey, yo, you wanna hop on this? You wanna hop on mixtape?" I was like, "Fuck yes." The hell? No. I'm really glad to be here.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. It's been a minute for the listeners at home. Another longtime friend of the show. Another product of North Springs Charter High School.
Woo.
Man, it's just good to see you.
It's good to see you too, man.
Before we started filming, we realized it's been about 10 years since we've been in the same room.
About 10 years, a decade. I mean, shit. From the marching band class days, and now we're adults.
Like adults, yeah.
Fucking adults.
With like jobs and
pay taxes and bills.
I vote. Like
I was thinking about that too. So I was like, I'm an adult. I just voted.
Technically, the government consults me on my opinions on decisions and shit. Like that's crazy.
You know,
that's crazy. The big kids table now.
Yeah.
I miss the kids table. Everybody used to just be chilling, chewing on crayons and shit. And now I have to sit at the adults table and act like I'm interested in the conversations when I'm really not. It's typically just gossip anyway.
I got you.
That's one of my favorite bits though, like in TV or movies or whatever.
You know?
When they make like somebody goes to visit like their girlfriend's family for the holidays and they're like, no, you're sitting at the like whenever they just like relegate somebody to the kids table and they're sitting there like with their knees up.
Exactly, just like oh, okay, I'm sitting with the kids, and then someone throws like one of the kids throws like some mashed potatoes at you or some shit like that.
Just a great bit.
Why is it always mashed potatoes or carrots?
I guess that's what kids eat.
Is that what kids eat?
Yeah. Money.
It's chewy. Oh yeah, and money. Yeah.
Yeah. So Deonté, I'm really glad that we could have you here today. I mean, we gave you your introduction, but for the people here who don't know who you are and what it is that you do, give them just a little quick little rundown of what you do.
All right then. Well, first off, I am a DJ. I'm be mixing all over Atlanta. You can catch me at Chapel Beauty over at Noni's. All trans, all black drag show happens every third Friday of the month. Really dope. Show curated and made by my beautiful girlfriend, Tia, aka Miss He the Queen. She's a gorgeous talent. Really does her thing. Like, fucking brilliant. It's breathtaking. I'll be behind the booth like fucking salivating and losing my breath every time she performs. Good God. But anyways, yeah, you can catch me at sorry, I needed a moment. But yeah, you can catch me at multiple shows all around the way. Find me on IG at WAV_MAKER. So yeah. And don't follow my Twitter.
You could follow his Twitter.
Is my Twitter interesting? I
mean, maybe. I guess I know you, so I like.
You know me, so it's a different story. You're biased.
It could be. You follow him on Twitter though. Give him a follow.
Give me a follow. It's the same thing as IG. Anyways.
It's dying anyway, so
yeah.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, honestly, because like we film everything on the delay. Yeah. So this episode's gonna be coming out like 2 or 3 months from now.
Okay.
So Twitter literally might not even
be around when this episode comes out.
Yeah. So hey, if Twitter still exists when you're listening to this, go follow him on Twitter.
Nah, for real.
So I guess I don't know. I'm excited just to sit down because one, we haven't like I just want to catch up.
Hell yeah.
But I see you just doing shit all the time. Like every time I get on Instagram, you're playing somewhere else. You're in a new project. You've got a new thing going on. So I think I want to start with like the thing. What's up with Ascension? Talk to me about Ascension.
Ascension Radio.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ascension Radio is probably one of the finest and premier radio groups that's come out of the city in a while. Like Satch Flipped has been like going the fuck in. It's crazy what they're working on. Same with I Am Missy. Like, yo, I'm a real fan, if anything, of those groups. I haven't worked with them in a minute. I would love to. I actually need to hit them up, actually, see if I can get back on another mix, because I would love to do another episode with them. But yeah, those folks are really doing their thing. I'm really proud of them. I'm really proud of the growth. Like, and to have been like, you know, not even just a witness to the beginning, but also like part of it as well and contributed in some way. Because honestly, that's just part of the I feel like that's part of building a community, is like, you know, contributing your energies where you can, like showing support for people like that who are really trying to do their thing. And they've been doing that. They've really taken off, and I'm really proud of them for that.
What's the story how you guys all came together?
Honestly, like, so another friend of ours from high school, John, actually saw one of their posts.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Literally the debut episode of the mixtable was John.
He sure was, wasn't he? I remember that. But yeah, so John actually saw one of their posts. Like, they were just asking for artists and creatives who wanted to hop on, and sure enough, I hit them up, and they was like, yeah, so what episode you want to be on? I was like, yeah, I'll be on this episode whatever week. And then I ended up on like the third episode, if I recall correctly. I believe it was like the third episode, and that was like one of my first mixes that I did outside of the ones I had already posted on SoundCloud. And yeah, I got to work with them and send that their way, and sure enough, folks fucked with it. I was really pleased with that mix too, because I was just like still really starting off at the time.
Yeah.
And So it was at that point I was like, okay, bet. Like, all right, cool. I can work with this. It's
because at the point, because I remember you had sent me some links or you had posted something on your story. But at that point, I really didn't know what you were up to in any like. I remember you played the saxophone.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you just like popped up and were like pursuing music shit, and I was like,
that's really how that shit happened too. Because me pursuing music definitely is something that happened out the blue. Because I was at Georgia State for like 6-7 years. Finally graduated fucking December 2020. And like during that time, I was just like trying to find like what's something I want to do, because I realized IT is not something I want to just do. It wasn't anything creative. I wasn't really feeling fulfillment out of it. So that's why I think it was like one Sunday I just woke up randomly in the like first thing in the morning. I was like, I'm gonna go buy a turntable. And sure enough, I like called my brother-in-law. Shout out to K-Dub. And pulled up on him, went to Guitar Center, got my first turntable, and I just locked myself in and taught myself the craft. Everything I've done has been pretty much self-taught, like DJ wise, because it's just been me taking time and sitting down, working with the turntable, figuring out how it worked, and just making sounds. Because one thing that really fascinates me with DJing is taking sounds that someone else made and creating a whole different sound with it. Because each song,
you get to use songs as instruments.
Exactly, I'm using songs as instruments. Yo, I didn't even think about that, but it's perfect. Nah, because it's like cooking. That ass is like cooking. Like you're taking different dishes and that have different seasonings and putting them together and then making something work. Mm-hmm. And so that's pretty much where a fascination and genuine curiosity with that took me into going into music.
So how long have you been DJing now?
Let's see, I got that turntable like 2018.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's been about, what's that? I would say like 5 years now, 4 or 5 years.
So I want to ask, what would you say are some of like the growing pains when it comes to DJing? Because me and him write, and we talk about a lot. We've had a lot of writers on here. And we talk about, those early stages when you're first writing, right. You're doing the cat, snap, lap, jack, all those type of things. So I'm wondering, what is the equivalent to that in DJing? Like, what was some of the things like early on you were doing that you were like, oh shit, I'm fucking killing it. And then now you look back, it's like, oh, that's just hella basic.
Yeah, nah, it was definitely trying to learn how like I feel like other people learn. Like I would go on YouTube, look up like different tutorials, and that helped a little of the way. But then the biggest thing also was trying to figure out what sound I wanted to work with, as well as learning how to properly mix, because a good amount of those first mixes that I have recorded and saved on like my old laptop, my old computer, they're ass. They're genuine ass. And that was something I really had to learn, just like,
hey man, people love ass.
People love ass. Exactly. People love ass. I'm an ass man, please. And so it's just like learning that, just like getting through those pains is like, it's going to suck at first. You're not going to like how you sound at first. But then the thing is, once I found that sound, once I found out how I wanted to approach the craft, it created, I found my own style that I felt was unique for me, that worked for me, and shit, it works to other people as well because they enjoy it. That's why I'm grateful for being booked at crazy different places. Like I say the craziest gig I did so far was Halloween last year. I was up in damn Tennessee mountains, like no cell signal, no nothing, just in this mountain retreat and DJing for this Halloween party that was up there. Mm-hmm. And I'm just in this gazebo. I think the acid kicked in at one point, and I'm just tripping balls DJing this set in the middle of the mountains for like 4 or 5 hours, and people were just like coming in and dancing. That was the craziest thing I've done so far.
So I'm interested because I've just had this realization that I realized like being in the band, right? We didn't we were at all the football games and whatever, but we didn't like take part, really, right? We were kind of like, I guess we were more participants in the activity, like rather being the people that showed up all fucked up and were like,
exactly.
We were the people doing the music to make that.
Exactly.
And I realized I've basically just transitioned into the next version of that.
And I feel that I've had that same realization too. It's like it's a almost natural progression in the way that kind of just makes sense for you. You know what I mean?
And it's like I like being at the party, but I don't like being at the party. Like
exactly. No, because if I'm ever out anywhere and I'm just like, bro, if I'm typically just sitting there looking at the DJ booth, I'm just like, I wish I was just working this right now instead of being there, you know? I typically do not like being in clubs if I'm not DJing the club. To truth be told,
I don't go out, unless there's like a reason for me to be out. Like I just don't go out like that. But
I was gonna say that's a real shit that you said. I've also realized, like, just putting back in that high school football, because I was like, I don't really care to go, but I only ever went if I had my yearbook badge on and I was like
taking pictures.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I am now. I'm like, I don't want to go unless I'm covering it or I'm like, I don't just go.
I like having a defined role.
Exactly.
In social situations,
I like you have a purpose for being there.
I'm always on the grill. I'm always like, I like having a station where I know I'm always the one rolling blunts. Like, I like having a purpose, and I'm like, okay, I know from here I can easily move in a whole bunch of directions from here, but I know where my starting point is. I got something to push off of.
Exactly. And then, you know, you can deviate from that at any point you want to. You know, because like shit, I can be in the booth and then just like, okay, time for me. Like, all right, I have a long song playing. Let me go to the bar real quick. Let me go have a smoke break, one or the other. You know?
Yeah. And then I guess also just you by pursuing art and stuff, like you get to just do stupid shit for like because. Let me not use stupid, but like stupid is kind of a word. I know you were
frivolous.
Frivolous. Just like. I don't even know, just sort of wacky. Like I know recently you had a gig at the Masquerade at the Shrek rave.
Yes, the Shrek dance party.
Yeah, because I've been seeing those pop up. I've got some friends in New Orleans that were doing one, and I've been seeing that. But like, that's not gonna be a thing for the next 10 years. Right. But that's some fun shit that came up this year, and you got paid to be involved in it. Like,
I got paid to do that shit, and not to mention like. For me, it was like, even though, I love the fact that I got paid. It was also just like, yo, I'm about to do like a really fun show at a venue.
At the Masquerade.
Not the Heaven stage. I did Heaven stage, man. Like, you know how crazy? I've seen, who have I seen at Heaven? I saw No Name on that stage. I've seen Earl on that stage. It was just crazy just to be like, oh, snap. I'm about to be on the same stage I've seen some of my favorite artists perform on.
And I guess that's cool, just like playing in places near where you grew up. Like, you know? I like the whole kind of coming of age thing happened at the venues like the Masquerade. And like, again, circling back to the beginning of the conversation, we're adults now. Like, people ask our input on shit. Like,
exactly. And to add to what you were saying about like the wackiness of it, it was the wackiness of it that helped take a lot of that pressure off and just allow me to just have a fun ass time doing it, you know, like as opposed to, cause what, you know, I've seen DJs like have this pretentious air about them, just like, I'm such and such, like I'm like, don't talk to me, don't deal with me, no interactions. I was just like, nah, let's have some fun in this hole, you know what I mean? I want folks to have a good ass time, especially it's a Shrek rave. I have Shrek 1 and 2 playing behind me. Like, we're gonna have a good ass time.
No one in here is allowed to take themselves seriously. Like,
you know what I mean?
It's just fun, but I get like, I don't know. I like being in environments where people are like, yeah, no, like everything around us is dumb as fuck. Like, literally everything is. So like, we might as well kind of lean into it a little bit. Like, I don't know.
Dude, I had Shrek ears on. Like, exactly. I want to lean into it. It's a Shrek wave. I am wearing Shrek ears. I'm having fucking Donkey saying in the morning I'm making waffles and using that to transition to cha-cha slide. And you know what happened? Everyone did the cha-cha slide. No, it's very much like, there's no point in situations and scenarios like that where you need to be taking yourself seriously, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just have fun. Be goofy. Be wacky.
So on that, like, you were using this to transition into that. When you're doing, you know, you've got a set tonight. how much ahead of time is planned? How many of your transitions are like, ooh, this would go into this? Or how much is it just like looking around and seeing, I'm gonna play something and kind of feel out the vibe to that? Did people like it? And then you go based on how things went.
I would say it's a good mix of both. Very much, it depends on the event for me. Because I will like do some genuine prep. Some like if it's like, oh, a really big event, like I would say the first time I did Chapel Beauty, a lot of preparation went into that. I had probably like a whole playlist of songs ready of like new music, you know, because Renaissance had just dropped.
Yeah.
So of course I was gonna have Renaissance songs on there, and then I wanted to make sure I was tending to that vibe correctly. And the thing is, I'll probably have like a whole prepared playlist just to deviate away from that at some point in the night anyway. So a lot of it, so it is a good amount of both, because depending on the show, I probably won't prep for it at all. I'll just do that shit on the fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've always wondered, just like watching what's going on up there. I'm like, because there's a lot happening, and I want to know how much is really happening, like on the fly. Like
9 out of 10, I'm probably just trying to figure out, okay, I'm playing this song, because I'm probably thinking 3 songs ahead whenever I'm mixing, because I'm thinking of the song that's currently playing, the song that I want to play next, and then the song I want to follow that one up with. But even then, those are always subject to change, because say if the next song I played went a certain way, and I'm thinking that then I'll probably get an idea, like a light bulb goes in my head, like, nah, instead of this song mixing into it, I can go ahead and set up this song right here. And then, you know, there are occasions where like I'll even be playing 3 songs on top of each other at the same time, just different elements of it, just kind of create its own like unique groove to it.
And are those like relations you've thought of ahead of time, where you're like, I know that like the vocals for this sound good over this, or is it just like, oh no, you know what would sound good right now? Let me get this little piece from this song.
It's literally both. Okay. Literally, I've done both. Where I'll probably work on some stuff like during practice at home. Like I have a couple bits that I like to pull out occasionally. Just like, oh yeah, I know that mix sounds crazy. This probably be the perfect time to play that. And then there'll be other times where I'll be up in the booth, and then I'm hearing the song play, and I'm just like, you know what, this will go good with this. Like one time I fucking had what was it? Flo Milli and Michael Jackson playing on top of each other. B-Flow mix and Rock With You. That was an off the dome moment.
It sounds very much like I can draw a parallel to like freestyling.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. Like you can you go home, you DJ, you get familiar with it, just like I'll stay in my room and freestyle whatever. But in doing that, you find some pockets, you find some things. So then when you are performing, you may feel something, you'd be like, oh, I know I can go this way with it if I want to, because I got this in my back pocket. I know how to.
And if I say this word, I've got these topics I can go to. I've got these rhymes I can go to.
So it feels kind of like there's like this. It's a dance almost, so to speak. Like I know what I'm gonna do, but I'm also prepared to flip it out on you and do any type of thing like that.
Exactly.
So one thing I did want to ask you though.
Yo, what's up?
Because we were talking a little bit like, you know, when you start off, you know, you got to find your own style, so to speak. So where you are now, would you say you have defined your style? And if so, what would you say it is as far as like, you know, the type of music you go to? Are you like I go with the vibes, or like I come with my own, I'm bringing the vibes? Like how do you do it?
I very much do bring my own vibe, but I tailor it to the vibe that's happening in the party or event that I'm working. I say it's more like a tailored vibe that I'm bringing, because you know you can't always bring the same energy to like the same energy to every different place that you're at. Like take for example with Nonies, I know they'll like they like very high, just something you can step to, you know what I mean? Some drums you can step to. Like I could probably pull out what could I pull out? I could definitely pull out Beyonce at any time. I could pull out Michael Jackson at any time. And there'll be other events I'll play. Like I did this skate shop pop-up recently, and for there I just played like a bunch of like damn near underground hip-hop stuff, but not really underground, you know. Like I was playing Buddy, and Smino, stuff like that, and they were just messing with it. But in that same way, I know I can't necessarily play Buddy and Smino at Nonies, you know. So with my personal sound, it's more so like I feel like it's more of a constant evolution. You know what I mean? Like I still feel like my sound isn't matured yet. I don't feel it's mature yet. I think it's functional. I think it works, but as a student of music, I call myself, there's still so much more I have to learn, and I'm really excited to learn it. I go in with like a genuine curiosity with like trying to perfect what that sound is going to be. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Sort of paralleling that, as you were finding your music and you're kind of experimenting and you're figuring out like what your relationship to what you're doing is.
Right.
Did you have like a parallel? Because I watched it kind of unfold on Twitter. I don't want to get into too many. I'm not going to put you on blast like that. But
I'll put you on blast.
I watched you find out that you were bi, and I watched you just like. I watched JT evolve, and because I noticed similar things in myself as I started making music. I was like, the reason I started making music and the reason I still make music are different. And I found as I was like trying to just be better at it and make songs that were more personal, all of a sudden I just kept having all these fucking realizations about myself, and I was like,
that literally will happen, and that is very much a part of the story. It's like with the evolution of my personal sound, it very much parallels with the evolution of my identity and who I am and how I see myself, you know? And right now, I just see myself as someone that enjoys having a good time and wants to ensure that everyone else around me is having the same sort of fun I am, you know what I mean? Like in a way that's appropriate for them, in a way that I find the fun that's appropriate to me, because, you know, everybody has fun in different ways. Everyone's comfort zones are different. And so it's the same way with how I look at music. It's just like, you know, every sound is different. Every sound is going to resonate with someone differently than it resonates with you. Because I know for me, I can listen to My Boo by Ghost Town DJs on repeat for ad nauseum. Not everyone else is going to feel that way. They're probably going to listen to they're probably going to be like, oh, I can listen to it once and I'm done.
That'd be a fun party though.
It'd be a fun ass party. I'm just saying, I can sit in the party. Look, if someone decided to play My Boo on repeat at the party and never turn it off, I am okay. I will be having fun. I will still be dancing and doing the Running Man. Very lamely, mind you. I cannot do it well at all, but I will still try my damnedest to do it.
And it's that type of shit. I don't know. Like, I found that attitude. It's like, I don't care if I'm bad. I'm just going to do it.
You know?
And I found as I was sort of experimenting with music, and I was like, you know, does this sound work for me? Does that? And as I got more comfortable taking chances, all of a sudden that every aspect of my life, I was like, oh, let me go talk to this person in the bar. Like, let me go see, let me reach out to this venue. Like, let me go shit, you know?
Exactly.
This might not be the one that works, but you just get comfortable with things not working and your world not ending.
Exactly. And because you get comfortable with shit not working, you just pretty much keep yourself from trying. And in that same way, that's what kept me in those beginning stages of DJing from like really trying to experimenting. And so that's how eventually like I got into those pockets of just like, oh shit, maybe if I go ahead and try this, maybe this will work. And sure enough, I found shit that worked perfectly fine. And you know, I found shit that would go left and it didn't sound good at all. But then I found the shit that worked, and I was like, okay, cool, we can keep going with this. And it gave me, and I found myself getting more confidence in being a DJ as well as more confident in being me, you know?
And I guess what it really made me realize is that there's just like a lot of different ways to get where you're trying to go.
Exactly.
And I was very much on like, it has to be this exact path. Like if I'm trying to get from me to Tyrone right now, I need to go, and that's it. That's the only way it can work. And if it doesn't work like that, I don't want to do it. And then realize it's like, okay, well, you make a step and you're like, I didn't go where I wanted. I didn't go directly to where I wanted to go.
Right.
I went here.
Right.
And now from here, it's still I could still, if I wanted to, make a straight line to here, or,
right.
But you realize, or you just get comfortable stepping off whatever path that you thought you were on. And you realize you just stepped off the path. You didn't step off a cliff.
Exactly.
Except when you step off the cliff.
So with that, I'm actually interested to hear the story of, tell me of your, I don't want to say worst, but your most awkward set experience that you've had. What made it just kind of go off the rail? And then what did you learn from it? What did you take from it and say, all right, next time We're gonna make sure this doesn't happen.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I already know the goddamn story I'm about to tell. Yo, it had to be my very first set I ever did. Yo, that shit went left so fast. So, I was at work one day. This is like one of my it was like my first full-time job. I was at work. One of my coworkers, he knew I was, I was DJing, and so he had a friend that organizes events. Shout out to James Buzzin. Hope you good, my boy. And he hit me up. He told his friend, hit him up, said he had a slot open for like a DJ over at Union and EAV. And so it was that night, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. Mind you, one thing I didn't realize I needed to do was take care of myself at the time. I was really bad at it. I didn't hydrate that day. I didn't eat at all that day. And all I had time to do was go to the house, get dressed, and then head to the venue. And like, that was it. So I get to the venue. I'm wearing like, long sleeve, long pants, all that. And they had me set up in this back room in Union. If you've been to Union, you know the room.
I see where the story is going.
Go on. Yeah, and so I'm in the back room. I get set up. I start mixing. It's a cool time. Bunch of like my roommates come through. My homies come through. They like, it's a good time. I have my folks there. It's all good. And then the blunts started getting passed. And I think there were like 4, maybe 5 blunts in rotation. I was hitting all of them. I had one that I rolled up and had in a rotation, and then sure enough, probably like an hour into the set, I start like noticing I'm getting antsy, whatever. I'm just like, I'm jittering. I'm looking all over the place. And then a roommate walks up to me and is like, "Are you okay?" I was like, Is everyone having fun? Is everyone having fun? Like, I'm looking at this gruff voice. I'm anxious as fuck. I'm having a full-blown panic attack. And it's like, hey, relax. You're about to pass out. I'm just like, what? And next thing you know, I just fall back. I fall back. I fall through the damn wall behind me. Because it was like, the bottom part of the wall was already knocked out. So I fell through the top half that was still remaining of the wall. And yeah, they come back there. They help get me situated. Walk me outside, get me some water, I get some fresh air, and I'm just like, I just passed out at my very first fucking gig, and I'm thinking it's like, I'm done. I'm never going to DJ again. I'm never going to get another opportunity. All this shit. And so my friends pack up all my equipment, and I talked to my friend that booked me. I'm just like, hey bro, I'm about to head out. I'm not doing so good. And I'm just like, don't even worry about paying me. He's like, bro, you did the hour. Like, I'm still gonna pay you. I'm just like, nah, don't even worry about it. It's all good. I didn't even want the money. I was just like, I fucked up and all this shit. And yeah, so it took me about 2 weeks before I even touched my turntables again.
I was gonna say, what did we learn from that experience?
We learned that I need to actually take care of myself and make sure like I'm good physically before going into events. Like, I just need, like, at the time the lesson was really like, bro, you just need to really take care of I just really need to take care of my body. Yeah. Because that was like something I was really bad at the time. I was going through kind of like a really bad depression stage at this point. Like, fuck depression. I hate that shit. Like, and it had a real tight grip on me. And so, I wasn't good at taking care of myself. And so from that point, I started working towards like actually doing that. It was a slow uphill battle for me to get to that point where I'm at now, where it's like, now I know, okay, I need to be good. I make sure I eat. I make sure I drink water. It's something it's part of my regular to-do list that I do before I go into any show now. Because I don't want to, first off, repeat that experience. And so yeah, and then on top of that, like, don't hit 4 or 5 blunts in rotation like while I'm working. Because one thing I also learned, and this was the hardest thing for me to realize, I like weed. I don't think weed likes me. And so I had to I don't even smoke like that anymore. I probably at most will take 2 hits of the blunt now. And so, and if I'm working, if I'm about to DJ, I don't even smoke at all. Shit, I'll probably get like 2 drinks in me, So I'm not getting too fucked up besides Shrek Party, because I definitely made folks give me shots for their requests, and I had plenty of requests that night, believe me. And so yeah, like it was just a real learning experience of just like where I need to be to perform optimally.
That's real. I hear a lot of people say, you know, we live in this grind culture where it's like, how bad do you really want it? But I think
you're not passing out, you're not working hard enough.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people don't realize that your physical health, your mental health is just as much a part of your success story as, you know, the actual grind. Because if you're dead, then you can't reap
You do numbers, though. You do numbers.
You do numbers, but unfortunately, you will not be able to reap any benefits of that.
Not at all.
But people will say in retrospect, damn, he worked hard as shit.
So yeah, I guess that's how you want. Do you want to be known as a hard worker, or do you want to be known?
You can work yourself to death if you want to, but I'm good, my bud.
Yeah. And I think another important lesson in that though is learning the balance, which is something that's been a huge theme I think throughout this season, is finding the balance. But I guess the flip side of the balance is knowing, like, because for me, I've learned I cannot mix work and play. They can't go this, or there has to be a defined line between them.
Right.
Because I too have made the mistake of maybe doing an interview not in the right state of mind, and then it just goes off the rails really quickly.
Yeah, we stopped smoking before interviews, and like I played a show recently, and I was like, my friend showed up, and I was like, I'm shaking right now. Give me 2 hits of this.
Right.
To just be like,
but just steady your nerves.
I can't be self-conscious. I can't be like, I need to not be worried about how loud I'm talking.
Exactly.
And how many times I said the word actually.
Exactly. No, because when you're zooted like that, when I'm zooted like that, I'm in my head, like terribly in my head, and
counting the individual hairs on my head type beat.
Exactly. And so it's like, wait, are people actually enjoying themselves? Are people dancing? Like I've done that before, like while doing because I at one point I was doing shows over at MSR for this other drag show called Switch. That was like where I this new era had like really started. The organizer, head of House Alexander, shout out to Taylor Alexander, she gave my first real shot like working drag shows. And so it was from working there, and you know, that I really started to build my confidence up as a DJ, and being able to just, you know, really sort out the vibe and sort out the crowd, instead of just being, like we were just saying, high as hell in my head, conscious is like, are people dancing? Are people having fun? At that point, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like it just became like, all right, cool. They're not dancing. Let me try something else. Let me try something else. Let me see what works. Let me just figure out what works. And that's and that was how I started really approaching, you know, any shows or gigs I did at that point. Yeah.
So do you have any advice like for people that are trying themselves to get into DJing? Like aside from like you just got to get some equipment and you got to start.
Right.
But if you want to start DJing in public, who were the first people you reached out to, or did people reach out to you?
It was really a networking thing. I would say I did have the benefit of having someone speaking really loudly for me in the room, like in rooms that I wasn't in, like vouching for him, was like, hey, give him a shot. And eventually I got that shot and I took it from there. So I would say like definitely reach out. I've had people reach out to me before. It's like, hey, like I'm new to the scene. I'm trying to expand. Like you know, how did you do it? I was like, you know, I had folks with me that were really working for my own success. And that's something I can really speak to, is just like, you know, network with some real genuine individuals that want to see you succeed too, you know?
And it's interesting. I feel like that's sort of the other theme of this season. It's, you know, finding that work health balance.
Exactly.
And community.
Community is a real huge aspect of any sort of success story. Because like I would not be where I'm at right now if I didn't have the community of support that I have with me. Like, shoot, like people, because look, like we were talking about earlier, like somebody just stole all my shit the other night. Like all my equipment, like that first turntable that I bought myself is gone now. Someone stole that. But I'm just fortunate enough that I had community to reach out to really help me, you know, recoup some of that loss. And because my brother-in-law, shout out to K-Dub, like, bro called me up that Saturday. He was like, hey, I just saw your post. Where you at? I'm gonna come scoop you up. We gonna go to Guitar Center. And homie went ahead and got me the new turntable. And I was like, damn, that's love. You know what I mean? So, you know, we not down. So, you know, I'm not down. Like, it's just, I'm bouncing back. You know what I mean? And that's another way to look at it, is just, that's another thing. Keep going, because you'll just bounce back.
And I see also just the people that are successful are the ones that are really willing to show love. And like, you want these genuine connections, you got to be genuine with people.
Exactly.
But when you start, I don't know, it gets, just like everything, it gets easier.
It does.
Again, I just want to say thank you. You're the first person that's ever played one of my mixes like live in a club before.
Hey, yo, they was going up. They went up for that damn what Pony Say My Name mix. I still play that shit. I still play it.
Trust me, I see. It shows who's listening to my shit on SoundCloud. Anyway, Mobius Trip, Volume 1, out now on SoundCloud. Go
listen to that shit. That shit is fire. Yo, cause what? I remember, cause me and Tia were listening to it on our ride to Savannah. Like when you first sent me the link, like we played the whole thing. We're just going through, just like, this is like, these are good. We're just like, okay, this one would go great in the club. This one would go great in the club. I don't think this one would get played in the club, but we're just going down the list because it's like they were all hot.
I really appreciate it. It meant a lot. it meant a lot. And it's like, thank you for getting video and everything. Like, I showed it to my mom. I was like, Mom, look, like,
that's so awesome. That's so awesome.
It's happening.
Like, no, they went up for that. They went up for that track, man.
So Deonté, you know, you're on the current bounce back now from we're on the ride back up.
Exactly.
But you know, it's still a long journey ahead. But I want to ask you, what exactly do you want to get out of DJing? What is it that you see yourself? Where do you see this taking you? And then what is exactly that you want to take out of this?
Where I see it taking me is, I see it taking me towards really solidifying a genuinely loving music community in the city, because I feel like that's something that feels a little lacking a little bit. Like, the community is there, no doubt. There's some really talented, really genuine individuals out here that will show you that they care. It's just a matter of like, more of those people need to find each other out here, and I really want to help bridge that community gap, that, you know, like, really facilitate a sort of like, I don't know, man, like, I guess a new age renaissance of Atlanta music. Because I mean, let's be real, Atlanta influences everything. Atlanta music has always been influencing everything. We witnessed that, and I feel like there's something new that's currently something that we haven't even seen yet brewing, and it's going to be beautiful once we finally see it. I'm still figuring out what that is, but it's on the way. You know what I mean? And so that's what I want to get out of DJing, for real.
And I see that with like the different mixes that you do, like like the sauce.
The sauce.
But like, I found Vash Noir from that.
Shout out to Vash.
Next season, hopefully we'll get him on the show.
Most definitely.
But like, he's now getting an opportunity because you shared his music. Like, it's the type of like, I don't know. It's one reason I wanted to have you on the show, because I just see that you're willing to be a community member. You're willing to like go up for other people.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of, I guess that's the overarching theme of this show.
I got you.
Like, all the beats that we've been playing are 300 plays, 400 plays.
Oh, hell
like,
yeah.
Just random people, and we put their name up on the screen.
I know that's right. Yeah.
And that's just sort of the whole thing, is there's so many people out there that are doing it because they love it and they're good.
Exactly.
And they just need a little shine.
Just a little shine, you know? And because what? I remember me and my roommate Killian, shout out to Killian, shout out to Eucalypto. Like, we were at Cartridge. This is a video game, like, beat party. It happens over at Georgia Beer Garden, over on Edgewood. And like, while we were there, we met this producer. His name is Ethan. And like, but it's like, yeah, like, he went up to Killian like, can I play some of my beats? And like, Killian listened to it. It's like, yo, these are fire. And then Killian played it for me later, and like, when we got back to the house, and I'm listening to this shit, I'm just like, yo, buddy just started. And I mean, like, mad talented, mad talented, mad quality like beats that he's making. And it's like before that, like I was like, bro, you should be walking the folks like, hey, you want to listen to like this beat like with full confidence in your chest.
But it's weird because when people approach me like that, I'm like, I really don't.
Exactly.
Why? No, please, because it's the cold DM.
It is a cold DM,
and people catch an attitude with like they'll unsolicited just send you beats, and then like a week later you haven't responded to and be like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
I have a couple of those actually. I definitely have a couple of those, but I meant more so like approach some, like, you know, when you're talking with someone and then you're having a conversation, y'all talk about music, y'all get on the subject of music, and it's like. Instead, like, no, that should have been like, I'm a producer. I make some beats. Like, you know, after you've already made those introductions, you're already talking to that person. You know what I mean? Don't just like walk up to me like, hey, you're a wave maker. Play my beat. No, don't do that. Please don't do that to me.
Put me in your set.
Please. No, please don't do that to me. I will actually have given like people a listen. I will give you a listen, but I may not always respond back. Sorry. But yeah.
And this is, I guess, sort of the contradiction and I
just have a genuine curiosity.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with the word that I'm looking for, but the paradox is what I'm looking for. Because it's like at the same time I want to play my music for everybody, and I want people to listen to it, and I want them to be receptive.
Right.
And then I don't want people to do that to me, except I do and I don't, and it was a I guess just like a little mental knot of like, how do I approach people to play them my music, because I know I don't want people to approach me to play me their music
exactly
unless it's good, and then please like approach me and play me your music. And I still haven't figured out.
I have a question for you. Was it like that when you like send me some of your music?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel a little guilty every time I send a link to anybody. And Tyrone and I, we work together all the like we do the show, we do other just like kind of music stuff together, and I'll still be like, damn. I don't know if he might be busy. I don't want to bother him with this like 45-second snippet.
Right. But you know he's gonna listen to it anyway.
We're all human. We all share the same experience.
You know?
It's funny, just on that topic, like 10 or 15 minutes ago, you transitioned from something he said into a question. And I looked up and like you interrupted me doing the exact same transition, and it was just fun because I was like, damn, we've been doing these a while. Like you heard the same thing and we're like, this is where we need to go from here.
Okay.
Just, I don't know. Keep doing whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Or do something else. But keep doing that.
Yeah. Well, Deonté, we've made it here to the end. It seems like, but we like to bookend things here. So as you know, we started off with a little freestyle here. So now we're gonna end with a freestyle here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask you. We're gonna use a little bit of your help for this. Okay. I need 3 words. They can be literally words. They can be themes. They can be topics. But 3 words based around this conversation that we've had here today. And then those 3 words are going to be the seeds we use for this last little freestyle here. As far as song choice, I want to give the people. Oh, did you have something in mind?
I potentially have a beat in mind.
Okay,
but I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, I was gonna give maybe a little bit of I don't know the timing of it. I don't know if it'll be a preview or a throwback by the time they hear this. But I want to do Pride.
Okay. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Like Kendrick Lamar Pride?
No. It's well, damn, I forget the name of it.
Yeah, what's the name of that instrumental?
Ninth Wonder, and
that's a good beat. I had Donk.
I'm pretty sure if you look up Pride, it's God, Donk.
Donk. Hey yo.
Completely different vibe.
Yeah, so but I'm glad. Okay, so do you know the name of that instrumental though? Because I just know it by what we called it.
I'm pretty sure if you look up Ninth Wonder Pride, it should come up.
That makes sense. It's a great beat. If we can't find it, we always have Donk.
That is a great beat.
Well, you think you know it, and it's very reminiscent of the Kendrick Lamar Pride, but it's not that beat.
No. I know it's not. I know it's like that.
I think it's called Love Kills.
I think that's exactly it. Let's see it.
Okay, but let me now just because I searched Pride and it came up.
No, I started remembering the cover. I was like, I remember that blue cover. Shout out to Ninth Wonders.
Here's a 14-minute version of it. Let's see.
Yep. All right. So we need those 3 words.
Let's see. ATL.
Okay.
Community. And what's the 3rd word? Bloom. Bloom.
Okay. ATL.
Community. Bloom.
Yo. You know what it is when I set sail. We ready to touch down in the ATL. It rings bells, kinda like a chime. But I'm about to come on here and make this rhyme. A little time, I take a little second, don't check it. But know I come through, I'm just breaking all the records. Me and all my brothers come together for the unity. We put it in the table, now we a big community. He never seen them before, but know I've been on course like I've been yelling out for. I got bars, no above par. No, I'm on another planet, see me on Mars. Of course, I just got the causes. They know I'm doing this thing, I'm just flossing. I'm bossing, no, I never costin'. Stay up north like I'm chillin' in Boston. Just rockin' the beat. Put it down like I lay it right under the sheet. Nah, these boys can't compete cause I've been so elite. I'm about to dunk on these boys like I'm the athlete. Bringing the doom like a movie coming straight to your place real soon. But smell it like I'm lighting up all the fumes. I'm about to light it up, watch the boy bloom.
I'll steal the soap off your titties. I'm in my fucking city in Atlanta with the biddies. With the community, call me Donald Glover. Yeah, I am your mother's lover. I'd say that again, I'm fucking on your mother. Damn, my camera's off, it doesn't matter, I didn't even see the shutter. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back, Here we go.
You got it.
Brought it back, yeah, I'm back on the track. I'm going in really hard, you know that I rap. You know I had to go and put some things in the dirt. You know I had to go and do a little work. Had to go and plant some seeds. Had to go and listen, I had to go follow up some leads. You know I'm fucking blooming, you know I'm fucking booming. I'm in the fucking booth with the truest.
Okay. I made these words, I gotta make
Atlanta community and bloom.
Let's ride. Yo. Shout out to the city where I'm from. That's how we roll. Lost it. Let's get it back.
Here we go.
Yo. My mind somewhere in the space between stars, dreaming of the things I plan to do with the bars of the gold. So cold on my neck, just hanging low like a brain post your eye out. Patch it up at my house. PlayStation, Call of Duty 3. Call up the homies, we'll parlay in the trees. Of course, they're putting in though, cause life isn't free. Don't you see how I'm living? Chilling like a villain with the schemes. Move so cool, know it's me with every breeze. Folks hold their breath waiting for a chance to squeeze. Yeah, I'm stealthy, getting wealthy, staying healthy, eating messy cause it's peaches. Georgia gals, yeah, y'all the sweetest. Sipping sweet tea, cold glasses with the lemon. At an outside table with your best friend forever's filling out denim shorts with cheats. Let's get up into the bed and make that mattress go squeak. Drip, drip through the floor, we made the neighbors ceiling leak. Have a good night, leaving morning when it's bright. Like the future that's inside that I'm holding on tight. Not stopping till I reach it and my people's all right. Like K. Dot drop where you shit up on the mic. Have people and their mamas in the city living right. You can play it in the club without a fear stirring strife. Have crowds waving, feeling lit on beams so ultra bright. Swinging to the right and the left into the speaker going deaf cause that bass was too loud. I felt that music in my chest. That's how you know that the tunes is the best. Make you forget about the stress. They felt the fears that's in the press, man. Make you brave, go find a shawty to impress. Make you sad a little less when darling rock a tight dress. Thank the Lord for my wish that came just now while plotting for my crown in the town of Atlanta. Where folks make moves known for being trendsetters. So I'm getting better, stressing less of getting cheddar. Grabbing me a piece of the world. Land of my own where folks who reside create without woes.
Ooh, I like it. Wasn't expecting all that. I gotta end it on this one. Hey, look. Hey, I wasn't expecting my man to spaz, but over the instrumental had to provide the jazz. It's real bad, but I'm getting good. I take it off the top like it's coming off the hood. This how I like to rap on this podcast.
Yo.
We all killing and know we getting all bad.
Yo.
I'm all right, kinda like K-Dot, but this is how it is when we all in the spot.
Woo.
So, gotta bring it back a rewind. But this show, I make sure I take me time. No long time, it's like it goes on. But I'ma keep rapping until the night of dawn. I strong on, but no, I ain't a pawn. They know I've been growing like I came off the farm. I gotta give it to them like I gave them a pond. But no, my dudes really ready to swarm. I'm in Swan, but I ain't talking ducks. These niggas know what it is when we pulling up. And I give no fucks, and we all in the truck. But no, I'm smoking on the sticky, so excuse me if I'm stuck. Woo. Get corrupt like the West. This is what it is when I flex off the chest. Yo, I really been the best, but excuse the mess. But nah, let's just end this test.
Woo!
Oh my god. So this is my favorite part of the show. I just like sitting mouth agape at the table. That was wild. I was not expecting that. I was happy you were even willing to rap with us.
Oh yeah.
Tyrone, have you ever gotten washed on a track?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. That's the first holy shit of the season. That's the jeez.
I heard this beat. I was like, oh wait. It's a Ninth Wonder beat. You gotta put respect on it. Gotta put respect on it.
Well, there you go.
God damn.
Way to bookend it.
Shit. Thanks for coming on the mix table, man.
Hell
God
yeah.
damn.
Well, I mean, don't really know where to go from here. There's only one way to go from here. Well, definitely want to thank you for coming by, because you've definitely, we needed that this season. Not to say no disrespect to any of our other guests, but we haven't had a holy shit chant this whole season, so you definitely have at the tail end of it came and put it over the top.
You didn't come expecting to rap, right?
No.
Like I asked you if you'd seen the show and you said no.
No.
Like,
That's how it goes.
I promise you.
God damn. God damn.
I was just ready for whatever.
Bro, thank you for showing up.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Thank you for inviting me. Shit, this was fun as hell.
Well, I mean, after that, there's only one thing left for you to do, and that is just tell the people where they can find you, your work, and everything you got coming up.
All right, then, bet. What's good, y'all? Deonté the Waymaker again. You can catch me on IG at WAV_MAKER. Same as the Twitter. Same on the Cash App. Same for the Venmo, except no underscore for the Cash App or Venmo. If you want to just send me some money, I would greatly appreciate it. And you can catch me... Shit, where can you catch me at? Oh shit, you can catch me at Chapel Beauty. They happen every month at Noni's, every third Friday. You can also catch me at other show for like a brief hour if you want to as well. That happens every second Friday of the month. But yeah, I'm around. You'll follow me on IG. You'll catch me somewhere. Love y'all.
Love it. Joe?
I'm still speechless, but I've got words to say. Oh, I thought that was a new sound effect. So, it's this part of the episode, and the description of the video and the description of the podcast, wherever you're listening, you will find a playlist with all the beats that you heard today. Please go check them out. Go spend some money. Go support your friends. Go give someone a hug. Go love some people. And please just enjoy life. The other thing, go stream my music, please. And we got a new project coming out probably around the time that this episode airs. It should be if it's not out already, it'll be right on the way.
You didn't tell me you was working on something.
I'll tell you later. I'll play you some shit. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Tyrone, you ready to take us home?
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Well, once again, I want to thank Deonté for coming here and raising the bar here at the end of the game, at the end of the stretch. And I want to thank Joe for doing what he does on the ones and twos. And of course, I want to say thank you to all of you for tuning in, whether you're watching, whether you're listening. We're just happy you could be here with us. So tune in next time where we're going to have somebody sitting in Deonté's seat and we're going to be mixing it up. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.